So today you get a demonstration about your own eyes and how they work a little bit. So this is a very pretty picture of a leaf, right? Actually it's not. It's one of the ones that I never really have done anything with because I don't like it. But it's going to serve our purpose today. So, glance at it. It's a pretty picture of a leaf. Now, stop glancing at it and I want you to stare at the dot. The black dot. Get really close to your monitor. Get as close as you feel comfortable. Reach out and kiss it if you like. I don't care. Get fairly close to it so that that dot is probably, a good 3 inches from your nose, and then stare at it. Stare at the black dot. Do nothing else but stare at the black dot while I'm going to babble on for a little bit. So our eyes are made up of a couple of very important sub-elements. And I'm sure many of you, you're staring at the dot, right? I'm sure many of you have heard that we have rods and we have cones. And the difference between them is that rods are able to detect luminosity levels much better. So they do absolutely nothing for us color-wise. That dot is black. By the way, stare at the dot. The cones, on the other hand, are the ones that are affected by color. And they will let you see wonderful colors in every image that we stare at, including your own and others and the world around us and the bright monitor that you have staring at you, all except for the black dot. The black dot is not bright, it is dark. And you're staring at the black dot, right? You're going to keep staring at that black. Do not let your eyes waver. It's critical. You stare at that black dot. But see, here's the thing. Our wonderful cones are picking up wonderful colors. Rods too, for that matter, picking up luminosity levels. And we are staring at this image that we are working on. Imagine working on an image for an hour. I'm sure some of you have done that. Imagine just staring at an image forever and working on it and adjusting the color balance, adjusting the luminosity, adjusting the little intricate details to finally make it pop, and you're quite sure you got it right, and you hit publish. And later, it doesn't quite look right. Why is that? Well, let me tell you. Let me tell you why. When you are staring at that dot, how in the world do you think that you can continue to adjust the colors and the levels and everything else about an image and see it in its new form when you're still staring at elements of the image you just left before your adjustments? If you're like the rest of the human race, hopefully you are, you're now seeing flashing versions of my wonderful leaf across not only the white parts. Many of you even probably done this experiment before in some science lab where you stared at an image for a while. And your eye is already oversaturated. It is overstimulated. And there's a couple of possible reasons for this. And you can go search Wikipedia and other articles for the concept of an after image, which you are now suffering from. But the point I want to make to you today is, how do you possibly think that you can stare and work at an image and not walk away, let it go, and come back and check it later one last time to see if your preconceived notions all wash away, and more importantly, the overstimulation in your eyes has not affected your ability to see the image cleanly and without previous influence. If you enjoyed this video, please stay tuned for my next demonstration about your perception that will be equally as shocking, if not more so. In order to stay tuned, please subscribe to my channel, or even better, subscribe to my newsletter, which contains photography tips in many forms as well as other stories, and not just YouTube videos.